All right. Today was the January 6th committee's final public hearing, and we're going to watch a clip of Rep. Jamie Raskin here talking about the criminal referrals for former President Donald Trump.
Mr. Chairman, as you know, our committee had the opportunity last spring to present much of our evidence to a federal judge, something that distinguishes our investigation from any other congressional investigation I can recall. In the context of resolving evidentiary privilege issues related to the crime fraud doctrine in the Eastman case, U.S. District Court Judge David Carter examined just a small subset of our evidence to determine whether it showed the likely commission of a federal offense. The judge concluded that both former President Donald Trump and John Eastman likely violated two federal criminal statutes. This is the starting point for our analysis today. The first criminal statute we invoke for referral, therefore, is Title 18, Section 1512C, which makes it unlawful for anyone to corruptly obstruct, influence, or impede any official proceeding of the United States government. We believe that the evidence described by my colleagues today and assembled throughout our hearings warrants a criminal referral of former President Donald J. Trump, John Eastman, and others for violations of this statute. The whole purpose and obvious effect of Trump's scheme were to obstruct, influence, and impede this official proceeding, the central moment for the lawful transfer of power in the United States. Second, we believe that there is more than sufficient evidence to refer former President Donald J. Trump, John Eastman, and others for violating Title 18, Section 371. This statute makes it a crime to conspire to defraud the United States. In other words, to make an agreement to impair, obstruct, or defeat the lawful functions of the United States government by deceitful or dishonest means. Former President Trump did not engage in a plan to defraud the United States acting alone. He entered into agreements, formal and informal, with several other individuals who assisted him with his criminal objectives. Our report describes in detail the actions of numerous co-conspirators who agreed with and participated in Trump's plan to impair, obstruct, and defeat the certification of President Biden's electoral victory. That said, the subcommittee does not attempt to determine all of the potential participants in this conspiracy, as our understanding of the role of many individuals may be incomplete even today because they refuse to answer our questions. We trust that the Department of Justice will be able to form a far more complete picture through its own investigation. Third, we make a referral based on Title 18, Section 1001, which makes it unlawful to knowingly and willfully make materially false statements to the federal government. The evidence clearly suggests that President Trump conspired with others to submit slates of fake electors to Congress and the National Archives. We believe that this evidence we set forth in our report is more than sufficient for a criminal referral of former President Donald J. Trump and others in connection with this offense. As before, we don't try to determine all of the participants in this conspiracy, many of whom refuse to answer our questions while under oath. We trust that the Department of Justice will be able to form a more complete picture through its own investigation. The fourth and final statute we invoke for referral is Title 18, Section 2383. The statute applies to anyone who incites, assists, or engages in insurrection against the United States of America, and anyone who gives aid or comfort to an insurrection. An insurrection is a rebellion against the authority of the United States. It is a grave federal offense, anchored in the Constitution itself, which repeatedly opposes insurrections and domestic violence, and indeed uses participation in insurrection by office holders as automatic grounds for disqualification from ever holding public office again at the federal or state level. Anyone who incites others to engage in rebelling, assists them in doing so, or gives aid and comfort to those engaged in insurrection is guilty of a federal crime. The committee believes that more than sufficient evidence exists for a criminal referral of former President Trump for assisting or aiding and comforting those at the Capitol who engaged in a violent attack on the United States. The committee has developed significant evidence that President Trump intended to disrupt the peaceful transition of power under our Constitution.
Okay, so we just had Jamie Raskin lay out all of the details of the criminal referrals that this January 6th committee is referring to the Justice Department. I didn't use the right wording there, but um, it's weird. We're in this weird place in the United States. It's not a weird place, I would even say. It's Donald Trump, whether you like him or not, and I understand, due process, there things have to be done. Whether you like it or not, Donald Trump, he committed treason. By definition, he committed treason, and there's no doubt about it. You know, we have a January 6th committee. We have all of these different things that are, supposed to create consequences for Donald Trump and what he did, but we shouldn't have to be going through so much and all of these different things when we know for a fact that Donald Trump committed treason. He incited an insurrection. He literally tried to overthrow the government. He tried to derail what is supposed to be, in the Constitution, a peaceful transfer of power. There was a time when even Republicans, they would criticize other nations that hold sham elections, don't even hold elections. The leader just, he just keeps on doing his thing. Don't even hold elections. We used to criticize that, but now the Republicans have become the party that seemingly praises things like that. Dictatorships. That's what they want. That's what they were trying to do. And you heard Jamie Raskin say some of it, but I wanna talk about some of this here, and it's so damn small you can hardly see it. And this is from a government website. Rebellion or insurrection. Whoever incites, sets foot, assists, or engages in any rebellion or insurrection against the authority of the United States or the laws thereof, or gives aid or comfort thereto, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 10 years, or both, and shall be incapable of holding any public office under the United States. So, according to this, and again, the evidence is there. You can go look up January 6 videos. They are everywhere. You can go and see what happened. You can see the things leading up to what happened. We have text messages from representatives to Donald Trump's chief of staff, Mark Meadows, talking about how they'll do whatever they can to help. All of those people, Donald Trump included, Mark Meadows, according to our own government, shall be incapable of holding any office under the United States. And this isn't even the only thing that he did. They did other shit too. Seditious conspiracy. If two or more persons in any state or territory or any place subject to the jurisdiction of the United States, the president, conspire to overthrow, put down, or to destroy by force the government of the United States, or to levy war against them, or to oppose by force the authority thereof, that's what happened, or by force to prevent, hinder, or delay the execution of any law in the United States, peaceful transfer of power, or by force to seize, take, or possess any property of the United States contrary to the authority thereof, they shall be fined under this entitled or imprisoned not more than 20 years or both. So, again, according to our own government, Donald Trump should be in prison. He should be in prison. Is Donald Trump going to go to prison? I hope, I really do, but probably not. Why, though? Why? According to our own government, he should be in prison. He should be. He should be imprisoned for not more than 20 years for this. Not more than 10 years for rebellion or insurrection. And then there's another one down here. That again says that they shall be ineligible for employment by the United States or any department or agency thereof for the 5 years following his conviction. Trump hasn't been convicted yet, but there's no reason for him to not be convicted. The January 6th committee doing something like criminal referrals to the Department of Justice. We shouldn't have to have criminal referrals. Donald Trump fucking committed treason. He's a fucking traitor. I don't think that there's any other than the people that were also involved in January 6th. I don't think I will literally probably ever have to say something like that again in my life for any reason. And I don't even, clearly, if you watch the channel, nationalism, I think that is just some of the most, it's just so toxic, especially in this country, specifically in this country. But, I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, I'll die for this country or something like that. I could give a fuck about America. This place is trash. It's garbage. It's a fucking shithole. Everything works backwards, but Donald Trump actually fucking committed treason against the United States of America. He tried to overthrow the government. He tried to get his followers, his crazy fucking zombie maggots, to overthrow the government. No other president has ever tried to do that. No one's even come close to doing something like that. Before this, realistically, before this, depending on what you want to say, maybe it was Clinton, but before this, the biggest, in my opinion, the biggest presidential scandal before January 6th was Watergate. Nixon and his little cronies breaking into the DNC to steal papers. That was the biggest political scandal. Richard Nixon breaking into the DNC. Compared to this, Watergate literally, it doesn't even seem like it's a crime, even. I mean, it does, but it's nothing. It's nothing compared to this. I cannot believe that we're sitting here right now, almost, we're coming up on 2 years here that this happened. And the people that are the ones that started this and incited it, the person who deserves to be prosecuted the most to the fullest extent of the law, the former president of the United States, has not even been charged with any type of crime for what happened on January 6th. And that's absolutely ridiculous. Our government, our entire country, they love shitting on other nations when they do similar shit to this. They want to call out the Saudi Arabian government. They want to call out the leader of Iran. And yeah, there's reasons to do that, but we can't sit here and say, well, look at what they're doing over there. Look at what we're doing over here. We're letting presidents of the United States get away with whatever the fuck they want to do. Overthrowing the government. Go ahead. Why not? He got away with it. He got away with it, and that shouldn't have happened. And it's like I said, the January 6th is these criminal referrals. This is all a bunch of bullshit. If this was really important, and the government, was actually not complete and total bullshit for the most part, with the exception of maybe a few people, a few small amount of people, Donald Trump should be in prison. He should be charged with these crimes, trial, prison. There's no other answer for any of this. If a Democratic president had tried to do what Donald Trump actually did, I don't even know. I don't even know what would have happened. We would have never heard the end of that from the Republicans and the conservatives. The Republicans had a fucking field day. They went batshit insane when Donald Trump got elected in 2016, and there were people up on Capitol Hill saying Donald Trump's not my president, calling them outlandish, insane things. They never said that they never tried or said that they were going to go and overthrow the government, literally commit insurrection, sedition. They never did that. That never happened. And they want to sit there and be like, oh, look at these people crying, whining, that they're saying that Donald Trump's not their president. That was the full extent of that. They said that Donald Trump wasn't not my president. And they freaked the fuck out. Donald Trump tried to get his followers to kill members of Congress. He tried to overthrow our government. I don't know how I can reiterate this in a way that will make the majority of people that need to care, because they don't. Regardless whether how many Americans think Donald Trump should be imprisoned for literally doing something that we all saw him do, something that regular citizen did on the fly would get fucked the hell up in a court. There's nothing. It's like I said, we're sitting here and we're talking about criminal referrals to the Justice Department for what we know Trump did. Again, there's video evidence every fucking where. It is on every news station. You can go anywhere and find it. Social media, you don't have to look hard. There is no reason, absolutely no reason for our country to be operating in such a way that we can't charge a former sitting president for doing literally the unspeakable. I don't think, and I really do think this, I don't think we will ever have a president that tried to do what Donald Trump did, because it was unheard of. In this country, trying to overthrow the fucking government, it doesn't even sound like it. You say it out loud and it doesn't even sound like it's real. That's like a joke people make, be like, yeah, I'm going to overthrow the government. Like, that's like a joke. What are we doing here? What is America doing? Where are our priorities at? Banning TikTok? Yeah, I mean, okay, sure. That, might be good, I guess, maybe. That's not important right now. Okay? And if we do want, and I don't think there will be, but if we do want this to never happen again, Trump needs to be charged. He needs to fucking be charged. And again, according to our own government, Donald Trump is ineligible, should be ineligible to ever hold any United States office again. And I absolutely agree with that. 100%. Donald Trump should absolutely not be allowed to hold any government office, let alone run for president. That's ridiculous. I don't see how he is allowed to run for president again after what he did. He should be sitting in a prison cell. That's where he should be at. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you want to argue against that, you're a fucking traitor. Straight up. If you don't think Trump did anything wrong, if you think that those people at the riot were Antifa, you're a fucking traitor. You're treasonous. Straight up. There's no other way to put it. If you don't think he did anything wrong, then you're a fucking traitor. And it's like I said, it's a word that I'm so keen on not using, because I feel like it holds so much weight in today's society. When you say something like you're a traitor, it's such a heavy word to use in a lot of different contexts, but in this context, that's what it is. There's no way around it. Trump's a traitor. He literally committed treason. By definition, committed treason. Again, the Republicans, they have some strong words. Strong words for supposed treasonous people in this country. But when it's Donald Trump, it's a witch hunt. They're just attacking him because they want to attack him. Jim Jordan, I can't even think of anybody else, but any fucking person that was involved in January 6th in any way, shape, or form, planning it, conspiring it, going to the Capitol that day, they're traitors, and they need to be charged with uh, treason, seditious conspiracy, inciting an insurrection, whatever it is that whatever the criminal statute or whatever it's called is, they need to be charged with it. I don't know why we're pussyfooting around here. I don't know why we're acting like, this isn't some big deal. It is. It's a big deal. I shouldn't be having to make a video about this. The January 6th committee shouldn't exist because this should have never happened. And the fact that it did happen, and the fact that we are sitting here, again, criminal referrals to the Justice Department when we know what he did. There's no referrals. Fucking Justice Department. Fucking do your goddamn job. Justice Department. I don't know why we call it the Justice Department, but all of these things just go to show you where America's priorities really are. The shit that's important, they don't care about. The shit that's not really that important, banning TikTok, that's when they move their fucking ass. If it's something easy and doesn't matter, you better believe that those fucks up on Capitol Hill are moving their fucking asses. But when it's something like this, I don't know. It's ridiculous to me. It's absolutely ridiculous to me. I just don't see how we live in a country now where trying to overthrow the government is just, hey, it's okay, that's fine. No, you're not gonna get in trouble for it. Hey, who cares? They'll arrest. They're arresting the people that were at the Capitol. I do think they deserve to be arrested. They're arresting the people that broke in to the Capitol and the rioters from January 6th, but they won't arrest the man that organized it all. They won't arrest the man who called for this riot. They won't arrest the man who, again, I'm going to keep saying this again, incited an insurrection against his own government, his own country. If, I mean, realistically, if I was Donald Trump, I would have left the country already. I would have left a long, long time ago, and I would never come back here if I did what he did. I didn't, but I don't have any more to say about it. I think it's absolutely fucking ridiculous that this is the point that we're at right now. This is the conversation. This criminal referrals. We're not doing what we should be doing and prosecuting criminals, actual real criminals, for terrible fucking shit, unspeakable things. But the land of I hear a lot of Republicans and conservatives refer to the United States as the land of law and order. They also refer to it as the freest country in the world. It's so free, I guess you can overthrow the government. Literally just be a straight up traitor, and it's all okay because it's the United States of America. But if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, walk on over to the subscribe button, hit subscribe, and press that little bell to turn all notifications on so you never miss an upload.